Alright, so we got the Blood Ravens explained by an Australian, but before we get into it, I said in the last video, man, your boy is doing a giveaway for you guys. Thank you guys so much for all the support over this past year and a little bit in 2024. I really appreciate it. And so make sure you guys comment down below the Christmas tree emoji. And once you comment that down below, you will automatically be entered into the giveaway that will be announced on December 25th. It's a Christmas giveaway. I don't know if that gave it away, but yeah, it's a Christmas giveaway. No run and rendered, sorry, no pun intended. And I'm going to be putting everyone's name into a spin the wheel. I'm going to click the spin the wheel, like, you know, wheel or whatever, and whatever name it lands on, I'm going to be messaging you on Instagram. So make sure, you know, you also have Instagram as well, so I can send you the $30, you know, gift card or whatever. Yeah, also, it's a $30 gift card of whatever your choice is. So whether you like Nike, I don't care, McDonald's, PlayStation, V-Bucks, whatever it is, okay? It'll be a $30 gift card of your choice. So yeah, make sure you guys just comment down below the Christmas tree emoji or whatever, and then you'll be entered into the giveaway. And other than that, let's go.
G'day guys and gal.
What's up, Majorkill?
The Imperium is full of a diverse range of multi-dimensional Space Marine chapters. By that I mean that a lot of the chapters don't just do one thing. The Blood Angels are vicious melee combatants and part-time berserkers, but they also adhere to a strict code of nobility and honor.
Yo, the Blood Angels are literally crash outs. Literal crash outs. Like, there's nothing if, ands, or but. Like, there's no if, ands, or buts about it. They are literal crash outs.
Salamanders inflict war crimes using space napalm and flamethrowers. However, their care and consideration for humanity and its people is second to none. No one embodies this ironic duality more than the Blood Ravens, who for all their nobility and bravery like to take things that aren't theirs. They call it seeking knowledge, I call it stealing. Either way, the Blood Ravens have a number of highly unique things about them, some of which are low-key suspicious, as they appear to be a Thousand Sons Loyalist successor chapter, not a Blood Angels one surprisingly, as indicated by their abnormally high amount of nerds. Nerds being psychers, but I prefer to belittle them as nerds because they already have their heads way up their asses. True. More on the Thousand Sun lineage later. If you play Dawn of War, you already know a lot about these shady boys, but considering no one on the planet was able to complete the third game without committing seppuku, that leaves a solid chunk of the lore untouched. Being one of the most unique chapters, as well as loyalists from Traitor Legions or Gene Seed with some of the most interesting Space Marines in the setting, you know it's going to be a fun video. Before we get started, there's actually something I'm pretty commandeered for themselves in the name of science. We'll also go over some of their key characters and what they're currently up to. Okay. We'll also discuss where the meme that they steal everything comes from and if it's actually valid. Let's get into it. When the Emperor first started messing with stem cells and forbidden unethical science, he created 20 legions of super soldiers called Space Marines. Okay. Many of these Space Marines and their space daddies would be a bit naughty and cause a bunch of problems for everyone, eventually leading to the mass fracturing of the Space Marine legions, turning them from 20 proud legions down to 1,000 chapters. The Blood Ravens are one of these 1,000, however unlike 99% of the other Space Marines, they have no idea who their Primarch or daddy is. Even confused chapters can just run a test on their gene scene to find out, however when the Blood Ravens do, they get no result. Upon probing further, they discover their origins have been locked down, classified and likely deleted by powers beyond them. Hence they more or less just popped up during the 37th millennium on records, although they were fiddling heretics for a couple centuries before then. On top of this, they have an abnormally large amount of psychers and librarians, especially for a loyalist chapter of Marines, seemingly as a result of their gene seed. This number of librarians increased further when they decided that levitating stuff with your mind or making your enemies prolapse by clicking your fingers was tight. Hence they aimed to recruit humans who were already displaying psychic powers. This was further encouraged when the Blood Ravens fought against the forces of Chaos, seemingly crushing them initially, only for Titsnitch and the Alpha Legion to be like, "Lamau, no you don't," and return fire with a barrage of overly intricate ambushes that claimed the lives of many ravens. Let's just call them magpies, there's already a Raven Guard and a Blood Angel chapter. The chapter master at the time also died, hence command fell to the tragic hero of their chapter, who was also the chief librarian. Azahakvidnach, or
as a who?
Sneaky bitch, as I will now refer to him as so you guys don't bully me about my rough Aussie slang and failure at English, emerged. He claimed that he spent a long time studying the enemy movements and tactics.
Respectfully, I would never trust nobody like this. I don't know if you guys can see it because like my webcam's in a way, but like, y'all, his eyes is glowing the same color as this right here. I would never trust nobody like that ever in my life, ever. Point blank period. You can never get my trust, ever. Bro, if I walk up to you, I dap you up, and I see your eyes just glow like blue for a second, bro, we can't be friends. We can't be friends. I'm not listening to you. You're not my... Yo, if I was like a little blood raven or whatever, you're not my, like, my top head honcho, whatever. I'm not listening to you. I can't trust you, bro. Already. Like, the fact that you're glowing blue
The point
in the
where
first
he was
place
so
is
attuned
absolutely crazy.
to them, he would almost supernaturally predict their every move, leading to multiple decisive magpie victories. In reality, he was probably just using some dank-ass psychic power to see the future and read the enemy's mind, but he didn't want to get bullied for being a nerd. Now at this point you can probably see
Wait, do the Blood Ravens, do they like psychers?
why the Imperium at large was pretty sus of the Blood Ravens. They had a Librarian as their chapter master, that being an issue as 95% of the Imperium's problems can be traced back to someone being able to move shit with their mind.
Ooh,
Their gene
okay.
seed was of unknown origin. They had way more psychers than everyone else. They exterminated their own recruiting world after it started experimenting with democracy and freedom, and they started acquiring powerful artifacts that didn't belong to them, such as
Them boys, ooh, they was really stealing. Yo, they was on a Carmen San Diego-ish, bro. They was really, like, stealing stuff. Okay.
Azrael's Second, a powerful Dark Angel's Blade, or Rogal's Fist, a weapon created by Rogal Dawn, as well as multiple custodian artifacts. To then spit in the face of the other chapters even further, they often replace the original heraldry of those artifacts with their own, and pretend it was theirs originally, or they rename other artifacts really inappropriate stuff, such as a pistol named after the fall of Caliban, which really triggered the Dark Angels. Maybe it's the Bloodraven's search for knowledge into their own origins that turns them into thieving magpies, as if they can't have their own history, they may as well steal everyone else's. Needless to say, the only people who despise the Codex Astartes, Gulliman's space book on how to behave as a super soldier, more than the Bloodravens, are the angry Marines who use the pages for toilet paper. With Sneaky Bitch as their leader,
No, wait. Is that true, y'all? No.
the Bloodravens were a force to be reckoned with. Makes sense. What's stronger than an Astartes? An Astartes that can shoot mind bullets and make your testicles explode by whistling. Unfortunately for curious psychers in the Warhammer setting, knowledge is power, and power leads to chaos, so after an intense fight against a Nurgle demon called or Smelly Boy as he shall now be known as,
Yeah.
a warp storm ate the world they were on, and over the next 500 years, Sneaky Bitch was corrupted into the service of the Chaos Gods by the Smelly Boy. Now the Bloodravens suffered from a condition known as protagonist disease where, due to being playable in a video game, they have to experience way more gnarly shit than usual, fighting Eldar, Orks, Tyranids and Chaos in a very short time frame,
Okay.
sometimes simultaneously. They also have to deal with the bosses of each of those factions, so you can bet your ass they took down an Avatar of Cain, crushed greater demons, and even had to bring an end to Sneaky Bitch, as well as most of their corrupted chapter. This is why you don't use Trader GNC. See, after 500 years, Sneaky Bitch returned and hid his corruption, being accepted back into the rank of Chapter Master without too much questioning. Well, there probably should have been some questioning. Who the hell walks out of the warp after 500 years without mental problems? Captain Titus got apprehended by the Inquisition after his scrotum scraped the warp, so how does Sneaky Bitch get back in despite copying the full Nuru warp experience?
Because he's not the GOAT. He's not Titus. He's not the one and only. He's not number one. He's not the greatest of all time. He's not that guy. He's not the captain. He's not the quarterback. He's not QB number one. He's not. he's not the guy. That's what I want to say. He's not. I mean, I don't want to be that guy or nothing, but he's not that guy. He's just not.
Feel free to Google Nuru, by the way. It seems pretty epic. I might book in a session. Over the years, Sneaky Bitch was able to convince most of the magpies to join up with Chaos and let Smelly Boy claim their souls. Wow, he must have been a great salesman. Gabriel Anglos, or the Chosen One as we will now call him, was one of the few magpies with any shred of common sense and wasn't super keen on the sudden return to power of Sneaky Bitch, hence he began investigating him, taking note of all the weird stuff he would do, like punish Bloodravens for succeeding in missions, such as Captain Thule, who did arguably the weirdest thing I've ever witnessed in the Warhammer franchise. Basically, the Bloodravens led by Thule were on a planet, which may have contained clues about their daddy, yet a group of guardsmen were tasked with retaking the planet for the Emperor. Now you would have thought the Bloodravens would be like, no worries, we will help you take the planet, then you can help us search it. But this is Warhammer 40k! Logic and reason tremble before the might of unending war and grim darkness.
Yeah, there's no logic, y'all. Yo, I feel like a lot of these Warhammer dudes, bro, they're so powerful, whatever, but they act like females. They lead by, like, they just lead by emotion. There's no logic, there's no thinking, there's no critical thinking, there's no nothing. Bro, they legit are like females, y'all.
Since the Bloodravens defeated the invading Xenos,
Like,
then turned their guns on the loyalist guardsmen. Some guardsmen refused to fight the Bloodravens, hence joined forces with them, and together they defeated the guardsman commander and ended the conflict. Here's where it gets even stupider. The Bloodravens honoured the fallen guardsmen they had slain and had a funeral for them. They then executed the guardsmen that helped them because they betrayed the Imperium by helping the Bloodravens.
You can't even help nobody. You can't even help nobody.
Like, what, mate? As this is a video game, it also turns out the planet was a Necron tomb world, so they don't have to deal with that as well, meaning the Bloodravens fought pretty much every faction in the galaxy within one mission. The Inquisitor let the Bloodravens off despite massacring loyal guardsmen, as he was like, yeah, look, like, that wasn't good, but I have no proof you were corrupted, so have fun, don't cross the street without holding hands. Eventually the Chosen One had enough evidence to come forward and condemn Sneaky Bitch for fiddling kids and being a pawn of chaos. What he didn't know was that most of the chapter were also banned from playgrounds, hence he was declared a heretic along with his loyalist warriors and hunted down. Sneaky Bitch then came out of the closet and ascended to become a demon prince, initiating a vicious Bloodraven civil war that resulted in the Chosen One kicking his ass and orbitally bombing him back to hell. The Chosen One himself took quite the pounding. Also, and
Hey, Swiss, come here. Yeah, you're done. Swiss, come here. Swiss, that was funny. Yo, Majorkill. Funny. Yeah, Swiss, put him on the list, bro. As a matter of fact, yo, whatever space is left, just fill his name in every space. The fact that this man whispered in my ear, pounding. The fact that he whispered that in my ear, he's done for. Put, yo, whatever space is left, fill his. I just want to see Majorkill in every single other space. Okay, appreciate it. Why did he say that in my ear?
Acquired some serious Terminator tier bionics before he could kick ass again.
So
but he came back and after purging his own chapter really hard, became the chapter master of whatever was left of the Magpies. The protagonist's disease would strike again as a random prophecy about a powerful weapon called the Spear of Cain once again thrusted every single 40k faction back into an all-out brawl. Sure, the gameplay is better that way, but it's getting a little bit tedious. Funnily enough, the warring factions decided to unite when a bloodthirster called the Storm Prince is defrosted and they need to clap his ass. Doing so, however, in a shocking turn of events, it would be the Ork war boss who would keep the Spear of Cain as a trophy after the battle was over, not the Magpies. After what seemed like 3 apocalyptic wars, the Chosen One realised they were really low on warriors, so he decreed to rebuild the chapter. However, that was cock-blocked by the fall of Cadia, a battle which the Magpies took a part in, which tore the galaxy a new arsehole, creating the Cicatrix Maledictum. Hey, I said it right that time. Barely at half strength, our noble pies of Mag attempted to save as many worlds as possible, and did a surprisingly decent job of it until a custodian arrived and was like, "Here are Primaris. Here are how you make Primaris, have fun, but not too much fun." Sadly, we haven't seen too much of said Primaris as Dawn of War 3 was a complete flop, so Dawn of War 4 isn't really on the table, but considering their history of abusing their protagonist status to achieve insane victories against unbeatable odds, I would say they're doing just fine. Now onto their status as a Thousand Sun successor. All chapters have gene seed that traces back to a Primarch. Each gene seed affects a Space Marine differently. Some effects are subtle, like the Ultramarines or Iron Warriors, while some are very obvious, like the Salamanders becoming Dark Chocolate or the Blood Angels all inheriting PTSD. The Thousand Suns gene seed was known for its ability to invoke psychic powers within a Space Marine, as well as give them an intense thirst for knowledge. The Thousand Sun seed was also prone to falling to chaos, however did maintain a high level of nobility as seen by Janus, the first Grey Knight who was a combination of a Thousand Sun with a shard of Magnus. All these hint together with the fact that the highest authority sealed their history points towards them being Thousand Suns. This would also explain why they were able to achieve such insane victories. Loyalists from traitor legions are renowned for their power and an innate rage against chaos for stealing their legacy and shitting all over it. Now where does the Bloodraven stealing meme come into play? At first I was like, okay, sure, they have artifacts that they probably shouldn't have, but I reckon it's just a bit overused. Then I actually read the list of stuff they have and damn, that's a lot of stuff. They have sacred artifacts belonging to Dark Angels, Black Templars, Imperial Fists, Sisters of Battle, Space Wolves, Ultramarines, Custodes, Salamanders, Red Wolves, Chaos, Astro Claws, and even the Grey Knights. They even have Forgebreaker, the weapon crafted by Fulgrim and wielded by Ferris. Like, how do you even get that? What the hell? Overall, a decent meme created by Dawn of War wanting to add items and references into their games, but instead turning their protagonists into a bunch of magpies. And that does us for today, guys. The lore, history, and memes of the...
Shout out to Majorkill, man, for this video. Yo, the Blood Ravens, they're just stupid. They're just dumb. They're just stupid. Other than that, man, comment down below. What do you guys think about this video? Like I said before, y'all, I do got a giveaway for y'all. Make sure y'all just comment down below the Christmas tree emoji, and you will be automatically entered into, you know, the giveaway, y'all. Like I said before, on Christmas Day, December 25th, I will be doing a spin the wheel. It will be posted on my YouTube channel, and it will be posted on Instagram as well, just in case, you know, you won from Instagram, or, well, either way, I'm going to be DMing you on Instagram as well. So, other than that, man, if you want to be included, if you want a free gift card of your choice of whatever, I don't care if it's PlayStation, Xbox, Nike, whatever. I don't care what it is. Enter your name into the giveaway, and let's see if you win on December 25th. Other than that, man, I'm going to see y'all next time out. Peace out, everybody.